At the State House today, lawmakers discussed 4 bills that, if passed, are meant to increase public safety by strengthening gun laws and providing better resources for Maine's mental health systems.
News Center Maine's Caroline LaCour was at a committee work session for those bills and found that feelings both for and against them are strong.
Lawmakers Thursday met in Augusta to revisit a suite of gun safety bills as many butt heads on if the promises in them will prevent another tragedy in Maine's future.
When the time is right, I'm prepared to make a motion.
It's all under the watchful eye of both people who want the bills to go through and those who'd rather keep Maine's gun laws as they are now.
We've heard from Mainers across the state that they're ready for the legislature to pass common sense gun safety reform.
One of the people who wants to see a change is B.J. McAllister of the Maine Gun Safety Coalition. After so much debate around the bills, he says he's hopeful the proposals will receive the support they need to pass.
Faith leaders, law enforcement, everyday Mainers, hunters, veterans, all alike have come in front of this committee and told them that it's time for meaningful reform.
If passed, the bills would create both waiting periods and voluntary waivers to prevent or slow down gun sales. Additional gun legislation from the governor would prevent forfeited firearms from being resold and stop anyone under an extreme risk protection order from getting their hands on a gun.
States around the country have passed 72-hour waiting periods. It has clearly been underscored as being constitutional.
But not everyone agrees.
We are not going to criticize the governor. We appreciate what she's doing, although we don't support 100% of what's in her bill. There are some good things in there too.
Like many Republicans around the state, David Trahan of the Sportsmen's Alliance of Maine supports some parts of the legislation that addresses mental health, but he says the legislation focuses too much on limiting Mainers' access to guns.
What this also shows us with the governor's bill, they have to create bigger, longer periods of time to process these individuals getting a yellow flag.
Instead, Trahan hopes lawmakers can take a closer look at how Maine's yellow flag law failed.
More significant than a national gun control agenda. We need change, as I've described, across the spectrum.
Gun owners of Maine have also called out Senator Ann Carney, one of the sponsors of one of the gun safety bills, for having a closed-door meeting on Wednesday. However, a representative of the Office of the Senate President has said they have reached out to the federal government for clearance on issuing that information to the general public. In Augusta, Caroline LaCour, News Center Maine.